Hey, Offgrid Rooster here, just showing you a little short clip of what I'm doing. I did clear the bushes that are up there, that were up there, all back there and back there. So now I am going to be getting dirt. This is dry, like real dry. This is why I wanted this land with the soft dirt and not rocks, limestone, and all the heavy rocks, because then I would have to have a tractor to do things, and cost effectively I can't do it. I'd rather do it by hand, take my time doing it no matter how long it takes. And a few people have been wondering why, instead of just using dirt and just keep piling it up, I put it on top of the old bushes that I take out, because once it gets wet, the how do you call it, the bushes act like rebarb. When I put the dirt in and I pack it down, because I still have to pack all this down, and then when it rains, it soaks it into the crevices of those branches and the roots and everything. What happens is it binds together. When it binds together, it becomes rock solid, and water doesn't go through to the other side. So I put it at a slope, so if it does go over this side where my living area is, it won't get up as high as that, because I'm trying to divert the water all the way out that way. I'm trying to do it that way. I don't have to go that far. I just have to go and catch a little cutout, natural cutout, that the water flows. Once it flows, it'll take the water out that way, and it'll go right around the area. That's my theory. If not, I have to dig out further. I know my neighbor wants a little pond too, so I'm diverting a lot of the water to his place. What he does, he's got 20 acres, I got 10 and a half acres. What he does with his water, if he's going to build a pond, he comes here every once in a while and takes a look, and he's amazed what the work I'm doing here. And I say it's going to take time, because I'm doing it all physically. I'm not just taking a tractor or something and just scooping everything up and putting it up. Yeah, if I had the money, I'd do it. Don't get me wrong. But since I don't, you have to think out here outside the box. Because first of all, to get a tractor, even to rent one, it costs a lot, because it's coming all the way from maybe 80 miles away. And then if you pick it up, you have 3 days that you have to rent it. That money goes there, and if I stop working with the tractor because it's too hot or too cold or whatever it is, I'm wasting money. So I could take my time. I could do what I need to do when I need to do it. So let me get back to this, and you can see I just break up all the chunks. I take out all the roots, and then I take my shovel and shovel everything. See how light it seems light, but that's a 5-gallon bucket. And let me tell you, with the dirt, it gets heavy. There's little rocks in there, so it also binds to everything. I put that there, and let me show you what I do after that. Once I get that done and filled up, I'm going to take the camera off the tripod and try to hold it with one hand. I take this and carry it to where I want it. Now what I do is I put it here on this side. I've got to go all the way back there at that spot. But I have to get my tripod so you can see what I do. I did most of this. I still have to do the edges around here and slope it and get it up a lot higher. You should have seen when I first started, all the way at the end, it looks low, but it's packed in. That's why nothing's been growing yet. It will grow. What happened was that the rain, the first rain that hit, I put it down. You know, it pushed the dirt down into the crevices and everything. So let me just get this tripod. It's so difficult just to do the video with one person, but it is what it is. That's what makes my videos unique. And I got to keep talking because I don't want to just leave a blank space, and I do that all the time. But okay, so there I have it. I have the bucket right down here, and I'm going to put it right here. That alone is going to take like about 3 or 4 buckets just to do a little corner. You're going to see it. I'm going to leave the camera here. I'm going to dig up dirt, and then I'm going to put more dirt in there so you can see. I try to do this. The weight alone of this crushes everything down. And then I step on it, and then I have a tamper that I keep tamping everything all the way down and get it the way I want it to. So here I go again. I'll be right back. It takes 5 shovel loads to 6. It takes 5 shovel loads to 6 shovels to fill up this bucket. So what I do is I do the top first. Try to do the top first. I show you. I do the top edge first. And then I come down to this side and then do this side here. And then keep going back and forth until I build it up. Because if I keep putting it all on one side, it rolls down. So I try to create like a little crevice that goes up, and it goes up this way. And that's how I get that mound. And then I step on it, I walk on it and everything. And then at the end, what I do is tamp it. But I'm going to do another one. Oh. Here I go, clumsy. Size 13 feet. That's what happens. It's tedious work. Tedious work and time consuming. But it gets the job done. A bucket at a time, a minute at a time. However it works for me, that's what I do. Take breaks, a lot of breaks. Cover this. And then I come down here. And cover this bottom, and then I put it in the middle, because if I keep piling it up there, this gets higher, I still can't tamp it, and it starts just rolling down. So I try to force it down, and the dogs help me out, believe me, because they run over it. The cat comes by, they run over it, and they're tamping it out. Lizards and snakes have already come out, so this is the perfect time, especially after it rains, because the dirt is really soft. It's soft. It hasn't packed down. I haven't let it pack down. That's why I'm working really fast and really hard to get as much as I can during this time. Supposed to rain next week. If it does, that's great. The percentages are low, but around here, it could say 75% chance of rain, and we don't get anything. And then it says 1% chance of rain, and it pours. So hey, I take what God gives me. You know, He knows what He's doing. He knows how far I can go, and He's giving me the breaks. He's giving me the breaks to say, hey, you got to stop. So I'm gonna make it rain. That's the way I look at it. And a lot of people, we struggle out here sometimes. You know, it's not all the time, but when the heat comes in, everything comes back fast. You know, the cold hits in like January or February, maybe for about a month, but it hits hard. And then you have to depend. You don't have power here, and if you did have power, it's going to suck up the electricity. So you use propane. You try to figure out a way. You use these blankets. You use your dogs. It'll be a 3-dog night. You know, so it does work out. It does work out. Everything works if you know what you're looking for. And everything that I do here on this land has at least 2 purposes for it. Not only am I doing the berm, I'm trying to stop the rain from flooding my area. What else? It's a habitat for animals. The pond is not only for water catchment, it's for the wild animals that are here. Yeah, a lot of people complain about the coyotes and everything, but this is their land. Well, I'm just a visitor. You know, they live out here. And, you know, bears, mountain lions, bobcats, rabbits, tortoises, frogs, everything in this desert. There's all these types of animals that you don't see. Look it up on Google. What type of animals are in Terlingua, Texas? And you'll see a whole list. Hawks. You have ravens. I mean, you have different types of birds. You have hawks. I mean, owls that burrow in the dirt. You have pack rats. You have kangaroo rats. You have what they call these lizards, horny-toed lizards. That's what this shirt is about. It's a horny-toed lizard. But these are protected animals. So my dogs, especially Isa, the little guys need to see. You see what I mean with the dirt? They stop and they start and they pushing it down. They'll push it down, and you know, they might mess it up for a little while, but at the end, I get things done. So anyway, don't forget, like, subscribe, because I'll keep talking. This is all I'm going to do for today. I'm going to just stretch out a little bit more, and I'll show you where I'm leaving off right now. But when I come back tomorrow, it'll be further out. It'll be further out to those bushes back there, because there's a little, the dirt goes down, and then it comes back up, and then it goes straight down. So I have to get all this situated in a way that when the water flows, it's going to go over that hump, and it'll just keep on going, and it'll go all the way out there. So thank you for looking, for checking it out. I have, I think, 924 subscribers. I have 924 subscribers, which is fantastic. I gotta get to 1,000. That's the next step. That's my second step to get to 1,000. I want to be able to monetize a little bit, so I could see if I could save up some money somehow. I can't work physically. You see these little videos, you know, 2 minutes here, 15 minutes here, 30 minutes here, but in between, I've got to stop because my body can't take it. You know, I just do what I have to do when I could do it. If I got a regular job, first of all, I'm wasting money on gas. 7 miles per gallon on that bus, and to travel 80 something miles one way and then come back 80 miles, and it gets 7 miles per gallon. It's an 84 5.7 bus. I need that bus because I transport feed. That's my work bus. To get a car, it's expensive here. Everybody needs a car. But because the turnover, you don't get rust on your car here, but the turnover on a car because of the roads, everything is like dirt roads. You just see State Road 118 by the Little Borough and the Legion, that's paved. Yeah, that's paved. That's getting you to the spot that you want to. But then you go off that road, it's all dirt. Everything is dirt. It's sand, it's clay, caliche, bentonite, rocks, and your car, when it rains and people try to speed on that dirt, it creates like a washboard. It goes up and down, up and down, up and down, and it rumbles everything and loosens every freaking bolt in your vehicle. I don't care how new it is, you got to take it easy. And even if you take it easy, this heat is going to start eating up your dashboard through the window, your seats, the dust. No matter how closed you have your car, how much the windows are rolled up, the doors are locked and everything, dirt continuously goes in. The amount of filters you have to change, the tires get worn out because of the heat. So you have to play nature's game. You got to play that game. You got to put your car in the shade. If you move it to the other side because there's more shade, you have to be careful. You have to take care of your things here. Maintenance, and I say that again, maintenance is the most thing you have to do out here. Once you get things situated, let me tell you, once you get it situated to the way you like it, you want to keep it that way, you got to work on it every day, a little bit at a time, just one little step at a time. Even if you want to keep it clear, I like to clear the sand instead of all the bushes. I don't like when a predator animal trying to get to my dogs or my animals, you don't see them. You don't see them at night. It's dark in here. This is no light zone. I think it's 10 o'clock. You're not supposed to be shining lights, especially facing up, because that's an ordinance out here. So you can see these lights. If you look at the maps on Texas, this is the dark zone. All this is the dark zone. You see all the constellations. You see everything. These videos don't do justice to this place. You have to be here, experience it, the vibe and the whole thing. The people, we're very helpful. All of us are really helpful. We're friendly and everything, but we too are not fools. I have a spot that I clean up on 118. I volunteered to clean 2 miles, and it has a sign that says Off-Grid Rooster Volunteers. I've got to do this week coming up because April is the big, everybody in the state cleans up everything at least at 1 April. I do it 4, 5, 6 times. I see something that doesn't belong on the road, I stop. You've got to see the stuff they throw out here. When a lot of tourists comes in, and even some of the locals, they don't have any concern for the wildlife, for the people here. They just take everything and throw it out the window. I've seen tires. I've seen so much stuff out here. And that's what ruins this place. But with that, that's minor compared to a big city. Big city, you're hearing the sirens, the ambulances, the police, the fire department, the shootings and everything. Here, if you hear any shootings, it's because we're target practicing. We want to make sure that we stay safe. This is our place. This is our land with the animals and everything. So you protect what you have here. It's just like everything else. But we know who belongs around. We know the cars that drive by. We know people. You know, you got to be smart. Just don't be stupid. Just don't say, "Oh, everybody's fine." You know, no, 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 no. People come out here for a lot of different reasons. You got to figure that out. You get somebody like me, ask me. You know, I'll tell you. You know, it's not bad. This is heaven for me. I've met some of the best people here, and they accept you for who you are because I accept them for who they are. They give me words of wisdom. You get older guys that know a lot, that traveled a lot, that have been in military, that are police officers and everything. They've seen a lot. People like me come from New York. I have seen a lot. And for the age, you don't think you're going to use what you learned when you were younger, but you'd be surprised. You move to a place like this, or even to a forest, or to play, you know, you learn how to cook. If you didn't know how to cook, you will do it because you don't want to starve. You're not going to spend all your money that you want to build something on food, and the food is expensive and the gas is expensive to get to the restaurant. So, you know, those are all the things that you have to think of. I'm going to make a video one day of what I was thinking when I very first started, and what advices I gave you, and what I would change, if anything, for my journey in here. What didn't I prepare? What did I prepare for that I didn't realize I was preparing for? All those little things. I'm going to make, it's going to be a long video, but it's going to be a lot of talking. I'll show you around and stuff like that. So just look for it. It's not going to be happening soon because I got to take care of this place first. I got to take care of myself. I got to take care of the animals. I lock myself down at least most 90% of the month because I'm saving money. That's what I'm doing. And I'm using the stuff that I get during that month, whether it's from bartering or odds and ends that I can do, you know, to get things ready for when I get a check once a month. I buy my food to make sure I get over. I got to wash clothes. I got to buy toiletries, everything everybody else does. But here, it's a step above. You got to think things out. And a lot of people have shown me so much. I love them. I love them. Because I was so used to convenience in New York. 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, if I got hungry for a burger, I just walk out the door, go to the restaurant, it's open. If I wanted somebody to fix my electrical in the middle of the night, I just make a telephone call. Here, you got to depend on yourself. You got to depend on yourself, and you got to depend on your friends. If there's an emergency, it takes about 45 minutes for somebody to come, a police officer or fire department, to come down here, or to go to the hospital. They have to helicopter you out, or drive you to Alpine to take a helicopter to go to Odessa. So everything has to be planned out to the T. You know, if you have support, you got no problem. You call no matter what. That's why I keep my radio on, because if there's an emergency, all I have to click, and I just have to say, can somebody, this is Rooster, can somebody please call 911? I got hurt, or whatever it is, I'm stuck, or I can't, there's a fire here. Whatever it is, they will find. There's so many people listening to that radio. Somebody will call and get somebody here. And you have people that live right around you that they'll shoot down here and help you out and try to take you someplace that's more convenient, comfortable. They'll assess the situation. We have nurses around here. We have police officers that live here. We have law enforcement, military. Everybody lives down here. And they are all emergency type people, personnel. So you have to be smart about it. One day at a time. Don't forget, like, subscribe, check out my links. I love you guys. Please bring those subscribers numbers up. So share those videos. Thank you, thank you, thank you.